Yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I want you to quit smoking. I do. I want you to quit smoking yesterday because I know if I can quit, anybody can quit.
It might not be no crossroad, but it's sure enough for far. Like left to LA or right to New York. Like stepping on the gas or taking it real slow. Feels like I'm split down the middle. Don't know which way to go. Oh no, feels like I'm split down the middle. Don't know which way.
Hi everybody, I'm so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. And today is a really special day for me. I am doing a special video on how I quit smoking 5 years ago and how I have stayed quit. And I'm doing this for in honor of the Great American Smokeout. And I also am doing this as a collaboration with my friend MaryEllen. And MaryEllen has a channel here on YouTube, MaryEllen After 60, and she smoked about as much as I did and about as long as I did, and we got together about, I want to say 3 years ago, and we did a video together about how we quit smoking. So now we're back. I'm gonna list her channel and her video below, but I know you're gonna love her if you don't know who she is. MaryEllen is a nurse, she is a mother, she is a grandmother, she has amazing talents in so many areas, and she's a wonderful friend. MaryEllen she's the kind of friend that tells you what you need to hear, not exactly what you want to hear. She's a wonderful woman of pure class. And you know what? Almost 4 years ago when I started on YouTube, MaryEllen was the first gal to throw her hat in the ring and shout me out. Can you believe that? I mean, I was so quirky. And what was I? Was I a beauty channel? Was I a music channel? What the heck was she took a chance on me and my little doggy Cooper. Well, he wasn't so little, was he? But she took a chance and she shouted me and Cooper out, and I'll never forget that. It's so dear to me, and she gave me advice about being on YouTube that I carry with me to this day. So I am in her debt. So thank you, MaryEllen, for doing this collab with me. All right, so now we're going to get right down to business, and we're going to talk about smoking. And what MaryEllen and I decided to do with this collab is to go through our story of quitting smoking and doing it in just 4 simple sections. And the first section is, why did we quit? For me, I was 58 years old. That was 5 years ago, and my smoking had kicked up because my stress had kicked up. I was going through a divorce. I was a hot mess, so I was just smoking away, and one day I looked down at my legs and my feet and they were swollen. They had just swollen up. I knew I had been pushing it with the cigarettes, but it never dawned on me that cigarette smoking affected my circulation. I thought, oh, well, it makes my skin look like leather and makes my hair fall out, and but it never dawned on me that the cigarette smoking was affecting my circulation, which meant it affected my heart, my lungs, the blood that was going to my brain. I realized, oh my gosh, you know, smoking, I can have a heart attack or a stroke. You know, I always heard of lung cancer, the threat of lung cancer, but none of the others. So when I saw that my feet and my legs were swollen, that was it. I was scared. You know, I wanted to live. I wanted to, you know, see my grandchildren grow up. There's a lot of things, you know, I wanted to do yet in life. I wasn't even 60 years old. So anyway, I freaked out. I freaked out. And I knew right then and there when I saw my swollen feet, I had to quit. Yeah, I had to quit yesterday. You know, I knew I had to quit, and I think one of the most important things about quitting smoking is you have to be prepared. And so I knew that it was going to take 5 days for me to get through that nicotine tunnel. It was going to take 5 days of no smoking for me to get through that nicotine addiction and to be free of it. So what I did is I scheduled my quit on a Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I had 4 days where I was going to do nothing but concentrate on my quit. Because I knew I couldn't talk, I couldn't answer email, I couldn't concentrate on a movie, I couldn't even drive a car. I was that messed up from not being able to smoke. You know, just remember, it had been 40 years. So I knew it was going to be bad, and I embraced it. I stopped being afraid of it, and I just embraced it, and I thought, wow, you know, I've cleared my schedule. I may lose some money by not working, but look at all the money I'm going to gain once I quit smoking. I'll have an extra $250 a month. And that's how I did it. I thought back on my life when I was like 10, 11 years old, and I thought how happy I was. And before I climbed that tree as a 10-year-old girl, I didn't say, hey everybody, stop, I have to quick light up a cig. Life was beautiful and life was happy before I ever picked up a cigarette. I was 16 when I started smoking. And I got through those days because I allowed myself to be totally screwed up from not smoking. And when I came out on the other side, I felt victorious. And I knew from then on, things were going to be better. And they were. The logical question now is, how did I stay quit? And I just want to say, just by asking that question, it implies that it's like something that you really have to work on. It's like a journey. It's like a day-to-day fight and struggle. And I'm here to tell you, at least for me, it's not. I never even think about smoking. It never even occurs to me to go buy a pack of cigarettes. If I see somebody else smoking, I feel bad for them that they still have to spend all that money and that they're ruining their health. I feel terrible for them. It's not that I feel, oh, I'm so much better. I don't feel that at all. I feel like, what can I do to perhaps have them realize that not smoking is so much better than smoking. So that's one of the reasons that I've stayed quit is it doesn't cross my mind to live any other way. The other thing too is after 40 years of the ritual of picking up a cigarette and lighting it when you're super stressed, when I quit, I went to the store and I bought a great big bag of big fat straws, and then I cut them to the size that were the cigarettes that were my choice. And when I would get stressed, I would take my straw and I would pretend to light it, and then I would take a big old drag. And I would get all that oxygen in my lungs, and I don't know, I know it's a crutch, but it was a quitting tool for me. Just these amazingly cheap straws that, you know, it's not hurting anybody, but the straws really help me. And to this day, if I'm in, you know, the car driving and I'm a little stressed, I will like dig through my purse so I can find a straw so I can quick take a few oxygen drags off of my straw. You know, there were so many things that I told myself why I couldn't stop smoking. And, you know, I was addicted to nicotine. I was an addict. And so I would just make stuff up, you know, and believe it to be true because I didn't want to quit smoking. And, you know, I Googled some of the myths of why people say they can't stop smoking. And I thought I would read just a few of them to you. I can't quit because I'll gain weight, I'll suffer depression, I won't be as creative, I'll lose all my smoking friends. It's harder to quit cigarettes than heroin. Why quit? You'll only start up again. That's like, why make your bed, right? It will cause you panic attacks and your IQ will decrease. Oh my goodness, if all of that is true, if even just one is true, why quit smoking? And so in this section, MaryEllen and I wanted to tackle one of these myths and try to debunk it. And the one that I chose is, if I quit smoking, I'll have panic attacks. I'll lose my mind. I'm just too nervous to quit smoking. And that is what I told myself for over 30 years. I told myself that I smoked because I was self-medicating myself, and if I stopped smoking, horrible things would happen. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. What I told myself was a lie. How I can describe it is like this. Imagine, and only smokers I think will understand this, but let's say, you haven't been able to smoke for 5 or 6 hours, and all of a sudden you break free and you get outside and you light up that first cigarette after all those hours. And how do you feel? You feel fantastic. You feel calm. You feel like your blood pressure is going down. You feel like all is right with the world. And you know what? I feel that way too, but I feel that way without smoking. I feel that way every single day, every hour, because I am not addicted to nicotine. So I honestly believed that I get so nervous, and then when I have a cigarette, I would calm down, but it's just the opposite. Because I was addicted to nicotine, I would get more anxious and more anxious until I could get my fix, until I could get my nicotine. And now, as a non-smoker, I've always had my best last drag, oxygen. So that's a myth. So if you truly feel that, oh my gosh, I am just not mentally healthy enough to quit, yeah, you are. You are. I promise.
Never felt more like a winner than I do tonight. Never more certain.
The last section is, how does it feel to be a non-smoker? And yeah, it never crosses my mind to go back to smoking. It's been over 5 years, and I'm very proud. I'm bewildered and amazed that I got up one day and I quit smoking. But in looking back, it truly was the perfect storm of reading Alan Carr's material and not having the money, $225 a month to smoke, and the fear of my health, the fear of dying, the fear of having a heart attack or stroke or lung cancer. It was too much. So it was that perfect storm that, wow, I had to quit, and I did, and I stayed quit, and it's wonderful, but it feels like a responsibility, and I'm so happy I quit. But if you're smoking, I want you to quit. I want to pay my good fortune forward, and I want to help you quit. And maybe one thing I said today, or maybe one thing MaryEllen said in her video, a light bulb will go off, and you'll say, that's it, I can quit. I'm gonna quit, and that's everything. So just know, I thought I loved smoking, and I thought I would absolutely die if I ever quit smoking. I smoked for 40 years. I smoked 2 packs a day, and I quit.
Can you give your mama a kiss? Can you give your mama a kiss? That's not a kiss. That's not a kiss. You know what? Look at you. Who is there?
Never more certain the path laid before me.
Thank you So much for being here today, and thank you, MaryEllen, for doing this collab. What a wonderful tradition that we have to do how we quit smoking and how we stayed quit for the American Smokeout Day. It was wonderful doing this collab with you, and congratulations for all your years of not smoking. So hey everybody, if you get a chance, below I have linked MaryEllen's video that she did with me. So please go over there and show her a little love and congratulate her, because yeah, that's really something to smoke all your life and then stop. Have a wonderful weekend, and I am probably going to see you tomorrow, so come back and see us, okay? We love you.
It might not be no crossroad, but it's sure enough for far. Like left to LA, or right to New York. Like stepping on the gas, or taking it real slow. Feels like I'm split down the middle. Don't know which way to go. Oh no, feels like I'm split down the middle. Don't know which way to go.
I do. I want you to quit smoking yesterday, because I know if I can quit, anybody can quit.